The Stade de France is jumping. Ireland long overdue a big performance. We have knockout rugby on our hands here tonight. Let's join your commentators, Stuart Barnes, and first say good evening to Miles Harrison.
Jim, thank you. And no matter what happens tonight, we have a story on our hands. And a story that will be absolutely packed with emotion. For Ireland, does the recent loss of form mean the World Cup dream is starting to slip away? Or can they produce a performance which would rank alongside the greatest of World Cup displays? And can they say to France, we are unbeaten and you are out? They come out. The Rugby World Cup has already been full of some memorable moments, but this is the first time in the opening fortnight that two of the big boys have been forced to look over the cliff edge.
And the atmosphere is sizzling. The most dramatic World Cup night to date, with France possibly 80 minutes from desolation. Ireland, lukewarm so far in this tournament, could silence the great city of Paris if Brian O'Driscoll, Paul O'Connell and company run hot here in Paris.
In this wonderful piece of concrete and metal on the north side of the capital, Ireland looking to shake the foundations of French rugby and bring the host World Cup, their house, crashing down. The Marseillaise will be sung in Marseille next week, but will France still be in the competition to enjoy the rendition? Can Paris find the spirit of the South? We are about to get a clue. It is also time for Ireland's call.
Ireland and France, recorded by the Republican Guard and the French Army Corps.
There is a lot of green in the stadium, a lot of green. The great and the good here to see it as well. Chris White, our referee, took charge of a semi-final in Australia 4 years ago.
Thank you very much.
France make 4 changes, all in the pack from the side that took Namibia apart. Skipper Ibanez has recovered from the throat injury he suffered after coming on in that game. Miu is back at prop. Chabal is there alongside Tion, taking on O'Connell. Betson is back in the back row. Ireland, and their much publicised change at scrum half, where Peter Stringer is dropped for only the 2nd time in his international career. Owen Reddin wears 9. A place in the semi-final, the very least really that these countries will be finding acceptable, considering their hopes going into this tournament. Tantalisingly, France face the exit door tonight. Ireland's progress has stuttered at this World Cup, but were all thoughts on this match anyway, and Argentina too. Let's see. Composed at the kick-off, Ireland. And O'Gara too.
That's absolutely superb work from Ireland at the kick-off there. Shane Horgan, the right wing, such a tall player with great hands, took that ball. It was a good kick from try. Very important for Ireland though in the early part of this game not to let France get away. O'Gara just touched late there, but he won't worry about that. Ireland must silence this home crowd.
Ibanez throws and not straight from the captain. Not the standard that he wanted to set. Little things like that early on can make a big difference.
And you can see from that replay there, that was nowhere near strength. Nowhere near strength. Very strong carrier, Ibanez. Technically, he's been questioned in the past. And now, Owen Reddin picked to give Ireland some snap behind the base. And can Ireland be solid? John Hayes has a job to do.
O'Gara goes down the middle. Quattrino is coming forward from fullback, but it's Heymans who takes it the winger. And look who's there to make the tackle, Brian O'Driscoll. Elisal, try. He gets bumped after the kick has gone.
Damien Tribe chosen at 12, Josian left out of the team. One of the reasons he's picked, he's got a thunderous boot, and Bernard Laporte, conservative for so long in his career, loves that second option, especially with Frederic Michalak, such a runner by inclination, tries a fail-safe.
Chabal at the line out. Was meant to be a perceived weakness. Well, he's stolen that one. And that will get the home crowd going. They've latched onto Chabal.
But what he does have is just such great spring. You saw that if you saw his speed for his 50-metre try plus against Namibia, and he gets up quickly in front of Donica O'Callaghan, who won't want that to happen too often. That's better for Ireland.
And it doesn't happen again. O'Gara into midfield. O'Driscoll gets it out as well. David Wallace is there just to clear that ball back, and does. Two locks, O'Callaghan and O'Connell. Another high ball on Quattrino, and he's dealt with that superbly. And his typical step, Quattrino. His feet may be flat, but they're fleet as well, aren't they? Dempsey. Elisal. Michalak. It's Andrew Trimble into the side for Hickey on the wing. Big presence, lot of him. Wants to make it count here. But the fullback's there again.
Great start for Quattrino. Heymans so poor 2 weeks ago. The fullback from Toulouse giving a lot of comfort to the men in front of him.
Michalak. Ball refuses to go out. In fact, sides aren't really looking to put it in touch. Trying to force the error. Michalak again. Boxing clever. Redden. Heymans. Bit of space there, needs covering. Bounce could take it anywhere. Hayes is fine to play that. Quickish ball this. Trimble. Big effort there from Easterby. That was excellent at the breakdown. O'Callaghan stopped again. Redden. O'Gara makes the error. Way too much in that.
Tactically, that's fascinating. Ronan O'Gara puts one out on the full, but he is kicking a lot. He's tried to run a lot in the first few games, but it looks like tonight they're going to test France. O'Gara putting a lot of high balls on Clement Poitrenaud, and Poitrenaud has started rock solid. He's gloriously unpredictable. He can be awful at times. He can look the best fullback in the world. Ireland will be hoping it's the former.
And don't be deceived by that waddling run of his. He's no ugly duckling, Poitrenaud.
He's strong as well as quick, isn't he?
France looking to exert a bit of control here. And they do so.
Away, number 6. 6 down, 6
At
down.
this phase anyway.
6.
Elisard Michalak, the Toulouse boys.
Move 7.
Penalty. Oh, Elisard's gone. Flannery mustn't play. It wasn't 10 metres. Referee's given it. So already
10 metres.
France get nearer the posts. And Elisard is brilliant
10
at that.
metres.
That's wily play
Away you
from
go, thank you.
Elisard there, who's going to be the fulcrum of this team tonight. He's won his place from Mignoni, who had a bit of a nightmare 2 weeks ago, as Ireland couldn't stop. They had to stop Elisard from going any further. He just bought 10 metres. Early nerves should make this a pretty simple kick for the man who got 11 out of 13 against Namibia. There you can see Ireland had no option whatsoever. Paul Wallace there, but David Wallace just to pull him down, and it should be 3-0 there.
And what he's done, he's made the kick easier for himself. Jean-Baptiste Elisard. Flags confirm that France have the first points of the night. It's been a fascinating start.
We're going to see a lot of kicking tonight, aren't we? But we're also seeing a French team that have a little more zip, a little more pep in their game, and it's encapsulated by Elisard and that quick tap there. They've got far more insightful players who see space, and if Ireland are slow on the turn, France will exploit it through hand or boot.
O'Gara goes long, and he pushed that one right to the line. Heyman's kick, fielded by Limi. Darcy's pass. Poitrenaud again, heavily involved, and this time too much pressure. And listen to that cheer. A lot of the Irish supporters, they've got seats very close to the action.
Once again, O'Driscoll opting for the easy option of the kick. Poitrenaud's pickup is superb, but Brian O'Driscoll chases down his own kick, and the fullback's got no angle at all there. Now, Paul O'Connell really has to be dominant in this fez. He's got O'Callaghan there as well. Leamy at the back.
There's been some wise buying on the computer by the Irish fans, making their presence felt. Redden caught. He won't get that split second tonight.
Drop goal zone O'Gara. He's waiting.
He's got a long way back. He'll need good service. O'Connell is not that man, so he takes on the ball.
Pick and drive, get your scrum half back.
Redden back in position. O'Gara, no. It's the dummy ploy. It's the Gary Owen. And it comes back into Irish hands. Horgan's calling on this side. But it's through the middle first. Trimble is the guard, they go left. And the flag is up. Foot in touch from O'Callaghan. and we can all sit down again.
Bad missed pass there from Ireland. They really did have France stretched. I think O'Gara was going to go for the drop, but the pressure was good. O'Callaghan flat-footed on the wing, and he's got his toes there on the touchline. No need for that missed pass. They should have used Flannery to just hold the French defence.
Bonaire steps forward.
Let go, Ireland, let go of the floor, let them have.
Often used as the man that France hurl into the air, Bonaire, the relatively light number 8. There aren't many light men out there these days.
Leave it. Wait you.
Still clearing kick. Plenty of kicking options, try one of them. Part of the Biarritz defensive line, and that line in French colours tonight will be tested. Eddie O'Sullivan looks calm. It's been a pretty good start from Ireland.
Not bad, but 3-0 down at the moment, but some of the kicking has been good. There's been options. Just a pity that the passing wasn't slicker on that first opportunity. But that's decent ball, tail ball as well, and this time Ireland get the penalty. O'Gara now, who hasn't had a good World Cup in his first 2 matches, needs really to just set an example for his team. He has to take his opportunities. Yeah, O'Connell rising high there, and you can see Serge Betson interfering with the man in the air. You can't do that, and that's a clear penalty.
He used to be the man with the take at the line out, and O'Gara the man with the ball at his feet. He's had a tough week, but we're not going to bother going into that. This is about rugby, and it's about what this man can produce for his nation tonight. Well, so far, he can't produce the 3 points.
Well, that's a horrible strike from Ronan O'Gara. That's a shocker, because this bloke's one of the best goal kickers in Europe. Metronomic for Munster, but that never looked like getting anywhere near, and that'll be a worry for Ireland, because this game is going to be a game about a lot of territory, and you get chances, you've got to take them.
He used to be trying to get hands there, but it falls for try, and Marty. Elisar. Here comes Ibanez. Try again. Towards the corner. How's it going to break? Breaks Ireland's way. And Shane Horgan wanting the ball to go dead. Of course, had it done so, it would have been a scrum all the way back from the point where Try kicked it. It doesn't. It's touchdown. It's a 22 dropout.
Damien Try is very much the kicking option, isn't he, for France at the moment. Michelac's tapped 1 or 2, but Try is the boot. Ireland go high for once. That's a good take.
And good support from John Hayes. Ireland's most capped prop forward of all time.
Wait.
O'Gara long again.
Okay, let's go.
And Michelak just checks the bounce on that in case it hurls towards the dead ball line. It doesn't. Oh, but he slips. And O'Driscoll turns over. Redden. Horgan. O'Connell.
Let go, Blue! Vantage over!
Flannery. Oh, like that. Redden being denied by Michelak. Still gets it out, though, to O'Connell.
Let go now, let go, Blue! Wait!
Easterby. Leam is waiting on this side, but it never comes.
Stay there, Blue, now let
So
go,
the number
Blue
8 for Ireland, well, does his job. Trimble. Bit of space maybe in front of Trimble. Referee gets in the way, Chris White, and he's been hurt.
That's a lovely inside ball from O'Gara. So often we see the little pop 1 metre. That's a missed ball on the inside, and as France drifted out,
just get some water,
there was a little bit of a hole there. Chris White caught out as well.
Yeah, we've never had a ref going off for stitches before. All right,
Smart from Chris White, he might have to put himself in the blood bin.
Trimble there just working on his feet, and Chris White not backwards, he stays on his feet. Gloucestershire man made a solid stuff. Flinched a bit though, didn't he? Don't let him know it's hurting, Chris.
That's on, monsieur, that's on. Crouch, touch, pause, engage.
Tough game for everybody these days.
That's on, that's on.
Good scrum from Ireland again, solid.
Reddin, blindside. Darcy O'Driscoll.
Lâchez.
Good presentation to Reddin.
2 players in front. Accidental.
So it's an offside. Nothing deliberate, so not a penalty, but it will be a put into a French scrum.
Yeah, frustratingly for Ireland, Marcus Horan in front of his Munster teammate Jerry Flannery. Flannery involved quite a lot of the moment.
Rapprochez-vous.
And you can see John Hayes, there he goes,
Pause,
2 prop
engage.
forwards. Number 3, number 1. It's a front row
Number
error.
9, leave it. Number 9,
Collective
don't
one.
touch. Anybody. Okay, let's go.
Bonaire trying to get into David Wallace. Try. Just.
That's on. Julie.
Gervin Dempsey. Always been O'Sullivan's choice at full-back. And Damien Try. He's working that boot on overtime.
I can recall 4 or 5 years ago, Damien Try picked some of the most exquisite and aggressive plumb line straight lines. Now he really has become a battering ram and a secondary kicker. But tonight he's the primary kicker. Putting a lot of pressure on Jerry Flannery because France will attack the Irish line out.
Knocked on at the line out. Michalak, if there's a man on the field who can find his way out of a hole like that, it's Michalak, but nothing coming that time. And it's another French put into the scrum, right on halfway.
Of course, Michalak can find his way out of a hole sometimes, but you saw when he countered from deep, he ran himself into a hole, and that's what Ireland will be hoping will happen. They've got to get Leamy and Wallace into Michalak. Got to do to him what England did 4 years ago and really rattle him.
Masterful or mastered. That's Monsieur Michalak, and there he is. Dempsey taking a leaf out of the Poitrenaud book. Chance to go maybe for Darcy on this side. That's lovely hands from Horgan, but it falls for Haymons and he might go from here. Looks to use his power as well as the pace. Ibanez was inside. Miu is arriving. Haymons back in there. Marcus Horan, referee's playing advantage. Ireland were offside. Elissard. France try and let it develop. Tion might have an extra man. Floated pass. Goes to Poitrenaud. Poitrenaud is going for the corner. Oh, that's going to be close. That is going to be very close indeed.
Jonathan, is it a try, please? Can you hear me?
Brave defence from Ireland. Poitrenaud, little shake of the head.
We'll come back for the advantage.
Penalty anyway for France, but that was dangerous. Just to hold the man. Horgan from all the way from the right wing across, and I think he's in touch there. He doesn't hit the flag, that's brilliant, but do his legs hit the touchline?
We need to see it from this side, and we're going to. And we need to see it a little bit slower than that.
It's very clever from Poitrenaud. It's hard to see because Horgan is beneath his legs. He looks to me like he's in touch. That's logic, and in such doubt, surely that can't be given. But it was brilliantly manufactured by the fullback.
In front, yes.
Jonathan Kaplan, the very experienced international referee, is the television match official making this call.
It's not. Yes. Yes.
What a lift this could give France if it's given.
Okay. No try.
And it's not.
Penalty. Offside in front of the
Far too
post.
much doubt. Poitrenaud himself didn't know. You could tell from his reaction he really wasn't sure.
Yeah. Offside.
Very close, but worrying signs there. Great counter-attack from France. Cedric Haymons.
He said post.
He made the break. He picked up there, and Ireland offside 2 or 3 times. Marcus Horan and Elisald is not going to just get carried away with the frenzy that surrounded this ground there. He's going to take 3 points, build the lead. They got into the 22, could have had a try, they didn't. They'll take 3 points, 6-0, and that's a good start for France, looking dangerous.
Elisald. Friday night is Stade night. 3rd big occasion in a row in this World Cup. And the crowd genuinely lifted by what they've just seen.
Yeah, Heyman stepped inside the Irish cover there, and France on the front foot looked very dangerous. Ireland have to make those fast up tackles, otherwise France will flow, they will develop their game. They're 6-0 up, the crowd are sniffing. This might be their night. They'll get behind them if they think it is.
Michalak, oh goodness me! The ball was certainly touched in flight. Michalak was touched too.
Needs to be clobbered, Michalak, but Chris White thinks nothing involved there.
Touch in flight. I spoke to the touch judge, he said there's no problem.
Nah, hard game. Michael Jones, the Samoa coach, saying sometimes I think it's just a little too soft. Well, I'm not certain with all of Michael's sentiments, but I think that was, if anything, fractionally late, but nothing. Welcome touch, no more. Michalak milked it.
Excellent from the officials, all in good position, got a good view of it, instant decision. Heat taken out of that situation. Another good call. Just adds real and genuine pace into the French back row. Betson's getting on a little bit now, but he's got the face of a fighter, and he will be up for a fight tonight, will Betson. He does need that younger man alongside. And maybe France have got the balance right. Dempsey away for Ireland.
Great call, Dave.
Definitely the rule of the boot at the moment. Both teams looking for the territory, and Gervin Dempsey very solid there. That'd be one of the reasons to pick him tonight at fullback. You just don't want a fullback making errors with this atmosphere, this swirl of noise. Ireland can't afford a really bad error here. They've got to stay in touch.
Well, right out on the touch line is Cedric Heyman's on this side. France choosing not to go for the crossfield kick, which I think Heyman's was wanting. A bit far out. Good run from Marty. Michalak, short ball. That's Clerc is there. Come off his wing. When he does that, he's such a threat. Here he is again. Morgan's very important tackle, but a chance again for France to move towards that corner where so recently they were denied.
Ruck advantage.
Another penalty.
Ruck called let go.
Brian O'Driscoll confirms with the referee.
He's let go once, he can't go again.
Warning signs there for Ireland. The delayed hands of Michalak and Vincent Clerc's intervention
10,
off the
Ireland,
right
please.
wing. Real problem. That was beautiful stuff from the French backs.
We should listen to this.
Be very careful what you're saying. Do you understand? You spoke out of turn, you know what you said. Go on again, please. I'll tell you later, but don't think it's saying. He swore.
And listening is exactly what Chris White is doing.
Yeah, okay, let's play. Let's play, Dave.
Building a lead here, France. Exactly what they wanted to do, to whip up the crowd. It's 9-0. Let's get the views of Paul Wallace in the studio. Paul.
Yeah, Ireland started very well. You know, their set pieces, the scrum especially, has been very solid, which is great to see. But playing this wide, loose game, it's very dangerous against French. They've so much pace, and we see with Heyman's there breaking down. And when they get in behind, the ill discipline in the rocks is just giving them points. I think Ireland needs to start working territorially and getting right down and getting a foothold in the French territory and trying to force penalties or over for a try.
do exactly what France have been doing, getting that territory, forcing the mistake, the illegal mistake, which leads to the three-point opportunity. And in El Assad, France have a very accurate kicker. O'Gara, who's missed his one opportunity so far. El Assad again.
Well, he's missed his one kick, but as Joe Mazza and Bernard Laporte look on, what's even more worrying for Ireland, Ronan O'Gara's tactical boot just is not pulling the strings at the moment. Straight into Cedric Hayman's, one out on the full. You know, and I think what Wally said was right there, but to get into the right territory, you've got to do more than win ball, you've got to put it there on a sixpence, and O'Gara's not doing it at the moment, and Ireland will not win unless he gets it right.
Lost by Paul O'Connell. He feels the ball went backwards. Referee White says no, it didn't. Knock on.
I think one other difference between the teams at the moment, as we see Paul O'Connell winning the ball and then Ireland losing it. Just the secondary runners from France, they're quick, they're coming off Michalak at angles.
Chabal.
That's good. Thank you, number
First
5.
run. Michalak. Lovely skill. But a penalty to Ireland. Players falling all over the place there. Failing to stay on their feet.
Got in the battle. Holding on.
But the decision is for the failure to release after the tackle had been made.
Well, that's the point though, Michalak there releasing to Haymans. You're seeing both Clerc and Haymans coming off at angles, Poitrenaud, and with Michalak and El Assad there in attack, what you're getting is more fluency than Argentina, because what you've got are 5 players who have spent all their careers at Toulouse. They know each other.
Well, talking about Argentina and 5, we expect them tomorrow to get 5 match points, which would take them to a total of 14. Ireland start tonight on 9. So you can see how important it is for Ireland to get a bonus point at the very least out of this match. That has to be a major consideration as well as the win.
Play on.
O'Gara and Darcy. Gordon Darcy. Done wonderfully well not to be the supporting act over the years, Gordon Darcy, alongside Brian O'Driscoll. Great combination. Oh, little ricochet, might work for Wallace. No, might work for France. Gervin Dempsey has a little look over the shoulder. He's going to find El Assad there. And from no angle, he goes long. Try. Poitrenaud. Oh, over that advertising boards, that one. Ooh la la.
Diabolical from Clement Poitrenaud. You know, he's such a counter-attacker. He loves to run. I don't think he wanted a kick. And he's thinking, it's not what I want to do. And he's indecisive, and he's made a hash, and his mate Michalak is saying, mon Dieu, Clement, what are you doing? That's a gimme for Ireland.
O'Gara. Now this one is for Horgan. Look at the size of Horgan. And he gets the tap back. But France had read it well, and they were first to react. But Horgan comes back for Ireland. That's brilliant from the winger. A refusal there to lie down and accept that. Redden tries to go on one of those snipes of his. O'Connell. That's more like it from Paul O'Connell, but that isn't.
He's on his feet. He's on his feet, number 6.
You know, France are very good in this defensive situation. Stayed strong on O'Connell. He was building up a head of steam there, again being forced back inside. Ireland off their feet, and Chris White gives the penalty.
We got 3 now.
Paul O'Connell needs that Croke Park roar back into his game, doesn't he?
Yeah, against England in the Six Nations, he gave one of the defining second-row performances of recent times, and it lifted the entire pack. He needs that today, because at the moment it's going France's way.
Now don't forget, tomorrow ITV1 is the place to be from 12:30. It's Pool A grabbing our attention. South Africa versus Tonga. and then it's England's must-win match against Samoa. That game kicks off at 3 o'clock your time. And remember, for all the video highlights, every World Cup game on the website, itv.com/rugby.
Bonner used very well. Mobile, nimble line-out work. The number 8's having a good game, isn't he?
I know we're biased, but if you missed this weekend, you're mad, aren't you?
Utterly bonkers.
Number 7 go, 7 lead. Come on, lads, it's come forward, it's fallen down by itself. No.
Turnover.
No.
Shane Horgan comes running in to tap all his forwards. He knows at the moment things are not going Ireland's way, and Horgan just trying to pep them up a little bit. Not able to generate any real pace in attack.
Hold on, lads.
Just the
Time
one
off.
high ball that spanned back
Just tidy.
Ireland's way.
Just tidy, please.
France are looking more
tidy.
dangerous team.
There is that fighter's face, Serge Betson. 33 now. 60th cap tonight. And we're on the subject of caps, by the way. We should mention Marcus Horan winning his 50th cap. And what a game to win it in. The Irish loosehead prop. Another who'll be looking to find that fire that has been, of late, absent in his game.
Well, I think he found that Georgia in particular worked, and Ireland worked so hard in the scrum. Often the case, you just can't find the running game, and Ireland certainly didn't do that. And at the moment, O'Connell surge apart. Their pack are not really powering into France. They're not putting O'Gara and Redden on the front foot. Solid in the scrum, though.
By the way, Poitrenaud is back in position. He'll need to be. 3 minutes on the floor he was. But he doesn't have to play it this time, as the bounce of the ball gives Ibanez a chance to throw in for France. Owen Redding, what do you make of his start? Preferred to Peter Stringer? Stringer, the heartbeat of the team.
Well,
Redding trying to find the impulse.
A couple of little inside balls that have created a space for Flannery, but at the moment, just looks a little bit nervous to me. Not bad, but he's got to make his mark on this game. He's certainly not playing as he does for Wasps yet. And of course, it's such a step up from playing in the Premiership, way up. And Betson and Dusatois causing all sorts of problems. They're putting a lot of pressure on there. Poor against Argentina in the back row. France are winning that battle at the moment. I think that's quite significant.
Pause, engage. Leave him, number 9, leave him.
Michalak decides that inside the 22 is better.
Yes.
He decides that Try's boot is bigger. Dempsey launching back. Poitrenaud. Oh, that's a shocker. Play by Ireland, so France onside. Betson, Eamons outside. Looked to time it, but Easterby is tracked back superbly. Now he must let that ball come back, Easterby, otherwise it's another penalty. It's not. Poitrenaud, interception, no. Michalak's taken it. Now big trouble if Thion can move it. Elissard, still men on that side. Dusatois, Vincent Clerc. And again, it's O'Driscoll. He was on hand when Poitrenaud nearly scored. He's on hand again. And Eddie O'Sullivan, little shake of the head, but he will admire his captain there.
Well, Michalak does brilliantly. Thion gets that away. That's probably a try. But watch Elissard's pass. The scrum half is so aware of the space. And O'Driscoll always back, always tracking. If Ireland lose, he'll go down with his boots on tonight. But at the moment, they've got to get him on the front foot. Too much back foot heroics from Ireland. And France threatening this try line. Of that, there's no doubt.
Talks about the first 10 minutes being important. What about this next 10 minutes? As we go towards half-time, Ireland still not on the board.
Advantage, holding on the floor, that player.
Penalty coming here again for France.
Penalty.
They want more.
Chris White often plays long advantages. If France have done their homework, they've got a shot at this.
Still the arm held out, but not now, because there
Killing the ball here.
has been an offside from France. Front of the ball carrier, so it's back for the original penalty.
No, him. Player on the floor, holding it back.
It's one of those big moments, isn't it? 9-0 up, Elisal kicking so sweetly, you wouldn't imagine him missing anything. But France are putting a squeeze on at the line-out, and they'll be feeling that Ireland have collapsed at once. Another penalty, Chris White not afraid of the big call, and they have gone for the line-out. Damien try, huge boot, but that's a little tap. Isn't Bonaire won a lot of line-out ball? France have used him very intelligently, moved him around. Ireland haven't been able to find him.
Need to find him now. They don't. Ibanez holds in, then goes himself. Oh, he's quick on the whistle there, Chris White, and Ireland won't complain.
No. Nothing.
Hello.
Nothing. Just take him away. Ryan, take your men away. Hands off.
Good defence from Easterby. Brian O'Driscoll with a dismissive shrug. I don't know what his French is like, but there's an alley in there somewhere.
14 green came in, unnecessary on 10 blue.
I'll talk to them. Captain, please. Captain.
Shane Horgan did come in, and Ireland will not want this reversed.
12. Deuce. I don't start. Nothing. I know. It's quite simple penalty, and then everyone came in and pushed. And your two names were mentioned. You do not come in from any distance and get involved in the game. We'll stay with the original penalty for holding on to the ball. And please, not again. Have a word. Your penalty.
Love the way Shane Horgan sprinted to his wing, knowing he was being called.
Just thinking there, very important night for Chris White as well. Got a semi-final and the third-place playoff last time, so he's got to be in the minds of those who decide these things as a possibility for the final, should England not get there.
He's had an accurate start, hasn't he? Which is more than can be said for Ronan O'Gara, who just needs to grab this game. O'Gara flustered so far. He really needs to start finding that probing boot and the intelligence in his game that we know he possesses.
Ireland will, remember, get another shot at getting out of this pool against Argentina next week, but they will not want to push it that far. They won't want to have to try and chase down 4 tries to get a bonus point, stop Argentina getting one. All these things will be going through the Irish minds.
Stop. Hold the game.
Good effort there
Move
from the
away.
Irish pack.
Greens this way. Blues that way. Away. Come in, Dave.
Jean-Baptiste Elisal was intimating that there was some stamping there.
As I'm always going forward, a blue player got stuck on this side of the ball. Green 7, unnecessarily, just stood on it. Just stood on it.
Okay, unnecessary. So the sanction is a penalty?
Correct.
I speak to number 7 green. Number 7 green, please.
It's David Wallace.
There is no need. It's unnecessary play. Be very careful. There's no problem there. You've given away a penalty. Thank you.
What was it for? Sorry.
Foot on the player when there was no need. Thank you.
Well, Ireland are playing and acting as if there's a sense of victimisation. They feel the decisions are going against them, but discipline-wise it's not happening. At the back of the ruck, their number 7, he just walks over him. Chabal, the doormat. And that is just such a senseless penalty to give away.
But having seen that, I don't think Ireland can have any complaints. And you're right, it's a senseless one.
I mean, if you are going to shoe someone in the backside, you're going to make sure it hurts. You're going to let them know they've got to get away. If you're going to just do that for nothing, all it does is give Frederic Michalak a shot to nothing there. Ireland conceded a lot of penalties. It's hurting them.
Michalak, the longer range man. Last World Cup he wasn't sure what he was, 9 or 10. He knows now he's been backed by Laporte. Wasn't against Argentina in the opening game. But he's not successful with that kick, and David Wallace gets away with that indiscretion.
Well, we talked about Ireland needing at least a bonus point, but France themselves, if they can build themselves into a good lead, they would love to go for 4 tries themselves to put the heat on Argentina to win this group, to avoid New Zealand. So many different subplots that are going to develop in the second half.
Well, that's some second half for France if they do manage to score 4. Can they nick one before half-time?
Number 13, obstruction. Number 30.
David Marty.
Chris White doesn't miss much.
On Clerk.
White doesn't miss much, does he, there? Crossing, he's very, very sharp. Now O'Gara, go for broke, put this one into the 22. Still not, he's just not catching it, is he?
And Marty himself is a cunning fox of a player, isn't he?
Yeah, he very clever lines. He picks either with the ball or without them. He's a good decoy man.
And sometimes he gets into those situations and he gets away with it, sometimes he doesn't. And he's given a penalty away. And it's Ireland with a chance to attack before the interval. And 1 or 2 half moments in that 22. That French 22.
Advantage.
Going to get a penalty at least. Easterby again. Free hit for the drop goal. Great hit. O'Gara. Now he'll feel better. As they do.
Not Ronan O'Gara's most accomplished 36 minutes, but that was trademark O'Gara, deep in the pocket. A lot of pressure on him. That's a sublime drop goal there. And Ireland get themselves back in the game. France have been the better team, but Brian O'Driscoll could say at half-time, if it stays 9-3, hey, we're 1 try away, converted from taking the lead. Important score.
Such an important score. Can't emphasise that enough. And now the key for Ireland
That's on.
is to hold on to it. Striking it well now, O'Gara, but France take it quickly. Vincent Clerc.
Easy, both going for the ball. Nudge forward, accidentally offside.
Dempsey, a judge not to know that the ball had come off his player's hand, so it's just a knock on.
Let's go, Hazy.
Rapproche, closer please. No ball, wait. Trench.
Try standing almost in front of Frederick Michalak there, which suggests there's not an orthodox back move. Clerc between the two.
There he is. Elissard. Dusatois.
Move, 13, move.
He was losing that ball for a second. Somehow he managed to hold on to it. In goes Leamy and Wallace.
Cross forward blue off the touch set.
They scavenge those two.
On our ball.
Like hungry dogs,
Number 7
aren't they?
lost the ball forward in the tackle.
Tipping through the bins. French bins tonight.
Done wonders for Munsters. Really have over the years. And they're now just started to get in this game there, starting to put some pressure on Elissard.
Trench, touch, pause.
It's a good turnover.
Both sides wait.
Yes, sir.
Both sides wait.
100%.
Trench, touch, pause, engage.
We haven't had a try, but it's been a compelling first half.
It's behind me, lads.
Heymans to Poitrenaud. Plenty of green shirts up quickly.
Let go. Leave the scrum half alone. Oh, sorry, mate, sorry. Watch behind, watch behind.
How high is that one? Horgan was almost going to be impossible to catch. Still Horgan, and time to play this.
What a monumental line-out. I was going to say 9-3 at half-time. France have clearly been the sharper, better team, but Ireland right in this game, and we know that with the pressure on, this French team can crumble. We saw it against Argentina. 9-3, Ireland will rub their hands and say we can win it. But a try for France changes everything. What an important line-out in Pool D this one is.
Good accurate throw, and it's Chabal! The man that Ireland did not want to see. Not then. Another penalty. El Assad. Betson.
Again, no, watch your feet, come away.
They know the 3 points can come if they want it. El Assad.
Away, boys, away.
Still
Away,
France
Green,
drive.
let go, Green on the floor. Back foot.
Ireland really have to
Let
hold
go,
out
Green.
here. Chabal is there once again. El Assad, up they come. And that is brilliant defending.
Offside here.
It's offside, but it's what Ireland had to do. It's going to be 3 points though.
Times you were close to our line. Wait.
Surely there'll be no tap from Michalak here. El Assad will say, let's just restore that 9-point lead.
After the kick. Hang on. Posts. Posts.
Yeah, Ibanez has calmed down everyone. I think we'll see yellow if Ireland concede early in the second half in terms of
Original ball was
penalties. And
killed.
Laporte
Next
walks
player will
off
be in
there.
trouble.
He'll think we are the better team. 12-3 is not bad. Ireland will think 12-3, we've got a sniff. This game can turn on the first score in the second half. France get one, they go away. Ireland, it's game on.
3 points for El Assad, and France determined not to make the same mistakes as they did on their stage fright of an opening night. Ireland still in this, but they can't afford to concede the next one. Half time, France 12, Ireland 3.
Nice warm night in the Stade de France. France have the rhythm. Let's have a word with our resident Frenchman, Thomas Castagned, with Gabriel.
Well, in a way, France are everything they weren't a couple of weeks ago. Controlled, disciplined. What has Bernard Laporte emphasised to his players now?
I think we need to keep moving the ball from side to side. We show some very good handlings, but we need to score in key moments because every time we got an opportunity, we must score some points because the Irish can come back.
Those first few points of this half are crucial, aren't they? The next score is crucial.
Oh, it's crucial, especially with the Irish, because in the end of the first half, they've shown that they can play some very good rugby.
Thanks, Thomas.
This one is not over. I'm sure we're in for an outstanding second half. Let's go back to our commentators, back to Stuart Barnes and to Miles Harrison.
Thank you, Jim. I think people like me sometimes can make a little bit too much of history, but I'll wager Ireland's record in Paris is relevant tonight. I mean, it's such a stark stat, Stuart. One win in 35 years.
Yeah, do you know what? Quite a few of this Irish team actually know about that. The likes of O'Driscoll, of course, scored a hat-trick. But Ireland's problem is France know about it, and I think France use it to build the foundations of confidence. So if Ireland are going to turn the record books over, they have to do something to boost their self-belief, and that something is get the first score in this half. No doubt about that.
Ronan O'Gara. No changes made by either side at half-time.
Okay.
Dempsey. Try calling for the ball and taking it.
Let go, Ireland, let go! There, back foot.
Slow ball, this is going downfield.
Michalak, well, it should have done.
That's why Damien Try kicks so much.
was O'Driscoll again winning that ball for his side. The man who's everywhere. Morgan chasing. Poitrenaud knew what was coming and also knew what to do with a little quick tap. Oh, O'Driscoll.
He came in there.
He might have hurt Poitrenaud. The free kick has been conceded.
Well, that was a savage challenge from Brian O'Driscoll, completely within the laws. A wonderful looking tackle there. 1, 2 arms round, it hits with the left, straight as you like, and then the right comes round him. We've had this debate about Samoan hitting. It's hitting when you just use the shoulder and the other arm doesn't come round. That was textbook from O'Driscoll. Brilliant tackle, the left and then the right, and it has split Poitrenaud in two there. What a tackle from the Irish captain.
Nothing wrong with the tackle, but not retreating 10 metres, so Chris White stays with the free kick award for Poitrenaud, who'd won that because of his catching of the ball and calling for the mark. It's in no fit state to kick to touch, so Aymans is used, but he probably with that left boot would have been used anyway.
Now, if I was Ronan O'Gara now or Brian O'Driscoll, I would say, right, clean ball here, let's put a high ball up, let's put it out to the right and let's target Poitrenaud. Hit him again.
Inside arm pulling down. Inside arm pulling down. No, we're in 15.
Pulling at the line out. Penalty.
Yeah, Chabal the guilty party there. And still, O'Driscoll, O'Gara is not finding that killer kick into the corner, is he? Solid, decent. But not a bad start to the half for Ireland. Not a bad start.
Couloir, descend.
This World Cup is this side's moment. Been working towards this for so long. Well played, Dusautoir at the tail of the line out.
What an athlete.
Great spring. Try again.
Number 6 offside.
Simon Easterby was called offside there by referee White.
Number 6.
Again, the free kicks, the penalties, just taking the steam out of the Irish game. They were getting ready for a counter-attack. And Simon Easterby offside. And you would think perhaps, well, why did you call it? Because the kick went away. But of course, because he's in an offside position, France can say, well, that's why we were forced to kick, because we couldn't move the ball. Not that Damien Try was going to do anything but kick. That is just about all he is doing. This is the French tactics. Clean ball and Try's big boot.
And that's also one of the reasons why you see the longer advantage for the penalty offence, although I don't want to get you on that subject.
I don't mind reasonable ones for penalties, and I think the referees have finally got it right about knock-ons. They're playing short advantages, crisp ones, excellent. Big plus for the referees.
Okay, give a dog a bone and all that.
Bonaire, key line-out man in this match, isn't he, at the moment? Really been used well.
Had a fantastic night at the line-out.
Number 8, go!
No Harry Nordicky, no Remy Martin. After what happened against Argentina, there is El Assad and there is Vincent Clerc. And Trimble tried to hit him hard, but Clerc is strong, and he got out of that challenge. And Michalak, and the crowd want them to go wide, but Try didn't. And on the 4, Ireland win it, and they might want to counter from here.
They go!
They won on this ground in 2000. Some of their back play was stunning. O'Driscoll got a hat-trick. Can they discover that kind of play this evening?
No.
In a World Cup environment.
No.
Got another decision.
Don't do that again. You're going to scrum down there and don't do that again. Throw it at him. Scrum down. No, it's not lazy running.
Well, if that wasn't lazy running, I don't know what was. Maybe it was lazy walking there from Jerome Tion. I think Chris White has got that one wrong. Really looked like French pack were just ambling backwards there.
No, don't do that.
Chris White reckons that Redding threw it at him deliberately. But that man is just walking back. Tion is walking back in the line of the scrum half and the fly half. That's a penalty.
Yes, that's no ball boy at Tottenham. All Redding was trying to do was make the point to the referee, and I'm with you on that one. I think Chris White has got that one wrong. It's so frustrating, isn't it, when the ball is there, you want to play it, and some guy who's clearly got no intention of playing that ball just wanders deliberately in the way. It's almost a card. Okay, it's not an attacking situation, they're not meters from the line. But you know what I mean.
Chris White won't give cards for that, he's averse to them. That's a good scrum from France there, and pressure. And Leamy has to do very well to hold on to that.
You can feel the frustration building, you can hear it on the referee's microphone from the Irish players out there. Just starting to think they're not getting the rub of the green.
Time off, please. Blue 4. Blue 4.
Chabal.
Sebastian Chabal is going off. Lionel Nale comes on, man who scored 2 tries against Namibia. Of course, Chabal scored a try. But I think you have to take that try in context.
I think there was a frenzy about Chabal after the game. I think he's a great 20-minute man, but it was an interesting selection, and Nale is no fool himself.
Ireland need to clean this one up.
Knock on, Bravo, advantage.
Sloppy ball
Let
again.
go, Lash.
Sloppy
Knock
ball.
on, there.
That's what Dempsey does well. Has to perform in a solid fashion for his side. He will always do that.
He will, but if it's 12-3 with 20 minutes to go, what he won't do is the magic that Jordan Murphy can conjure, which is why Murphy's absence from this 22 is mystifying. Peter Stringer there, who's not in there either, different sort of player. People said, why isn't he? And I can understand that. He's a starter or not in the 22, but the Murphy one seems a crass decision from O'Sullivan. He may regret it if Ireland are in with a sniff with 20 to go.
Isaac Boss, the replacement scrum half, and he does offer something different to, say, a Peter Stringer. Stuart says that's why Stringer's out of the 22 anyway. We'll debate that if it's more relevant than what's happening now, because El Assad finds Michalak to try, and Try had a line there. That's one of Try's lines.
I guess he wasn't kicking, so he wasn't ready to take the ball. It was a great line. Michalak just held his man. He can do that, you know. But, geez, I think if Josion's playing 12, you don't boot the ball 60 yards every time. But you might just put Ireland away with a line like that. That was a real opportunity, and the Biarritz man knows it. Eye off the ball, big error. You just don't expect that from the best backs in France, because they are a very talented group, physically and technically. They're missing chances too.
Olivier Mieux. I don't think he's particularly concerned with beauty products, this lad.
Oh, you tell him.
No, he'll be proud that he isn't. He's from Bourgoin, stalwart prop there, school of hard props in French rugby.
Binding, both sides.
What are you saying about the men of Bourgoin?
100 boys, 100.
Rapprochez-vous.
Chabal was from there as well, wasn't he?
Pause,
Before moving
engage.
to Manchester.
Lash.
Leamy.
Advantage, number 7 offside.
Dussatoir's gone through there
7 offside.
very quickly away, and too quickly, the referee says.
Australia.
Well, the flankers are being picked out by the officials every single time. It's admirable officiating, but what it is doing is fragmenting the game a little bit. I guess the view is if you don't commit penalties, then the game will flow. But just a little bit of empathy is required sometimes this game. A little bit stop-start, a little bit staccato at the moment.
O'Gara's kick, and another reminder that tomorrow on ITV1 from 12:30, South Africa versus Tonga. Tonga still in this pool, and how England know it. England must win their match against Samoa, and that game kicks off at 3 o'clock your time.
Not seen a move from the Irish backs yet. Something from Darcy and O'Driscoll just to ask questions of France.
Easterby down. O'Gara. Horgan. Redden. O'Gara again. Oh, Betson.
They go now, Blue! Sorry.
Redden. Nale, the new player on the field, with that tackle. O'Callaghan with that drive. And back on his feet. Redden. O'Driscoll. How many times have we seen Brian O'Driscoll get away in moments like that? Easterby. Oh, he could be getting away. There's a target there for Ireland. Redden. Leamy. Looking for the support. Good attack. Building here. Redden again. O'Gara needs something special. Horgan. Trimble. Good pickup. Oh, good work, Trimble, but just couldn't get that final pass out. Ireland running out of space anyway, but a little bit more like it.
Well, good scramble defence from France, but there was an absolutely delightful offload there from Horgan. Beautiful ball. Trimble just can't get it away there. It's Horan wide, flat-footed, but Easterby's break came because the right wing, Shane Horgan, just found the pass out of the tackle, didn't allow France to control it, and that created the space. That's what Ireland need to do. Keep the ball moving, keep it out of the tackle, speed up this attack.
Who's going off? Okay.
Frankie Sheehan. So that's Jerry Flannery off at hooker. Sheehan back these days from a career-threatening neck injury. And good to see him back.
Come closer, Ireland. Crouch, touch, pause, engage.
Good solid Munster presence, Sheehan, Flannery, so many, but it's inspiration really needed from Ireland now. A moment.
Pause,
Flannery getting running repairs.
Language, please. Stop pushing, part of push on.
So often the new man comes on and that first scrum collapses. Just got the fine there. Positions again. And only they know what they are. Bonaire. Fields of Athenry. Right on cue.
Try clears, he can't believe it's not given for another 30 metres. He's telling the touch judge, come on, that's in the halfway at least. The Irish fans are trying to lift their team. It's still a good attacking position. Sheehan got to find his man. The line-out's not been going badly. Quick ball for Redden.
Dreaming of more than a quarter-final this time, Irish rugby, but it's back with Ibanez.
That's our wait.
Bad time to lose a line-out.
Michalak. Well, that's a long blast.
He threatened in the first couple of minutes, didn't he? Easterby, and Michalak has gone down.
Just wait here. The challenge is a late challenge, and it will be a penalty down there. Be very careful. You get a mark, Dave?
Second time, he was factionally late in the first half.
Dave Pearson, the touch judge, was asked there by Chris White, did he get a mark? Of course, the penalty from where the ball alighted. And it's quite a long way downfield as well. Michalak, I think he was always all right. He was checking what was happening to Easterby. That was his major concern. Whether it was going to be more than a penalty, maybe a yellow card. We're out of the way, skipper.
Okay.
Ibanez the captain, but Ellis Alder running the show, and Damien Trite doing what he's done most of this game, booting it deeper into Irish territory. Now Easterby got away with it in the first half. It's no worse, that one, than the one in the first half, you know. That's hello, I'm still on the pitch. Not how Joe Mazzo saw it.
Bonner's take for the umpteenth time tonight.
Number 8, go!
Having just weathered that Irish storm, it's now the French supporters who you can hear.
Lifting, no more.
And it's another penalty conceded.
Well, you'd think the right call for France here is just to keep taking the points, get out to 15-3, force Ireland's hand, make them come from deep. Some of the crowd booing, but it's the right call from Ibanez and Elisal there. He's kicking so well.
Yeah, okay.
And possibly, Stuart, make Ireland chase that game next week. That is the key point. Remember tonight, it's worth harking back on the league table as we look at this penalty. Again conceded as the player is lifted in the air off his feet there by, it's Paul O'Connell. Argentina, we are presuming they'll get the 5 against Namibia, and that will take them out to 14 points tomorrow. Ireland, if they finish this game without a bonus point, will be on 9, and they'll be looking for 5 match points, a win plus something next week. Al-Assad takes France out to 15-3. And here comes reinforcements. Dimitri Sarzewski. Against Namibia, he showed what he's capable of. It was a case of Ibanez beware.
A talented player. Your point about Ireland next week, though, is fascinating, because when you need 4 tries, it makes life very hard for the decision makers in the team. You just feel you've got to chase it. When you need an 8-point win, it doesn't matter how you get the points. Ireland at the moment under pressure. They're going to have to start thinking about chasing in the next 5 in this game. Need to get within 7 points.
Flannery of Shannon is back on the field. Be intrigued to know what Paul Wallace is thinking. We'll go to him in a second. Limy. Oh, that is a heavy hit from France. Stopping one of Ireland's big runners in his tracks there. And the fields of Athenry replaced now by something a little more French.
Ireland at the moment are just trying to force the game behind the goal line. This will suit France.
Well, 15-3 puts you in that position.
Bonner's been absolutely superb.
Oh, and he's got the ball, Marty. Michelak. Elisar, good hands at close quarters. Vincent Clerc. Just sensed there might have been something down the blind side. Ireland did well to cover it. Dussotois wasn't picked in the original squad for France for this World Cup. Came in because of injury to Vermeulen. He's living the dream now.
To do that. As before, leave him alone, your feet away from the body. There is no need to play. Penalty.
Well, now it's Ibanez side who concede.
Consistent, at the very least.
Unnecessary. Whoa. Let's slow it down a second.
Isn't it frustrating, though, for both teams there? Oh, no.
Well, let's get Wally's view. Paul?
Yeah, a bit like we were talking about at half-time again. No, they've got to roll away. It's the Irish player who should have been penalised in this case, and it's ridiculous that penalties have been blown for that. I think Ireland they're playing well, but they're not playing as clever as the French. I think the French are getting down into the Irish 22 and then forcing the penalties. They've been very patient, and Ireland need to, when they're in the 22, hold on to the ball and force penalties to get them back into the game and get the scoreboard ticking over. But as time runs out, they're going to have to probably start looking for a bit of inspiration and just one clean break to get that try.
Time back on.
Problem is, of course, with Damien Try untouchable and Bonner winning such good ball, France have an easy outlet to force Ireland to play from deep. O'Gara is not striking it as far as Try, so if Ireland are forced to play from deep, then the chance of the turnover comes. France have defended really efficiently, and with the turnover, one ball for someone like Vincent Clerc or Michelak or Poitrenaud, and that is game. That seems to me now very much the conservative way France are taking this one on.
Knock on. You see there, Zarzeski probably spotted him coming on for Ibanez. That change now made.
This side, Dave. Crouch, touch, pause.
15-3, and the mindset starts to change. At the moment, Brian O'Driscoll should be thinking,
crouch,
any score will do in the next 10, and then we go from there. But the heat is on, and the scrum is strong.
And you could see what Zarzeski offered there. Now, he may do the beauty products. Looking by the hair, he does do the beauty products. But there's a lot more to him than flowing locks.
Oh,
There's a lot behind him, a couple of locks.
Beast in the scrum there, that's really powerful from France. The Ireland scrum has held out pretty well, but that was a worrying sign. John Hayes unyielding, he moved that time. Thankfully for Ireland, the line-out is better, but they have to keep an attacking platform if they had any hope of getting into this game.
Accidentally offside, 2 players in front.
Well, again, it's technically correct from Chris White.
I know what you're saying. He's technically correct in the same way.
No ball, lads.
But
Just wait.
putting
Come a little bit
the
closer.
boot on the
Wait.
bodies
Wait
is
for the call,
technically
gentlemen.
correct, but some empathy with the game.
Engage.
Both teams just slightly frustrated, you sense. Ireland, more than slightly. Bonaire in control.
Michalak, interesting, off the outside, Benson Clark! Oh, what a tactic! And what a result for the host nation this could be. It started in the south in Toulouse, and now we can start to say it is continuing in Paris. France is on the march.
Freddie Michalak, a dream on a good day, a nightmare on a bad. He has just realised the dreams for his team. Utterly unorthodox, compellingly brilliant. Vincent Clerc walks over the line. Mazot, a genius in his time, on the left of Laporte. Laporte cries to the French heavens, and Laporte watches his man Michalak deliver. Yes, he knows. In a game that has been brutal, that's been attritional, one moment of pure class there, and it was known. The Toulouse axis, 10 and 14, they play together, they know each other. Snap, could be the end of game.
Al-Assad from out wide can't add the 2, and that is a little bit of relief for Ireland, but the try could be a killer. We've got a quarter of the match to play. Off the outside of the boot, and haven't France looked so much more comfortable with the Toulouse back 3 and the Toulouse half-backs?
Yeah, certainly going forward. There's been the odd moment with Poitreau in defence, but now France have a first try, and they would love, I know it sounds crazy, 23 up, will they be liberated and go for the bonus point, because that would change everything in terms of their hopes of avoiding the Blacks.
And everything in terms of their momentum within the tournament. I mean, they whipped Namibia, but don't read too much into that. It's what's happening here tonight that really matters for France and for Ireland as well. And it seems now that Ireland are going to be chasing the ball against Argentina.
Michalak there, you know, stayed facing the open side all the way. It was a 10-degree twitch on the foot. He twitched his right foot and sent it in a different direction. Glorious moment, really lit up Paris. Now, France have the bit between their teeth, and Ireland have got to hang on, because for them, if they do face a trouncing now morale-wise after 2 bad performances, it's going to make Argentina a very hard game to lift themselves for. These are dark moments for the men in green.
Number 6 as well.
Got a penalty. Do France go for the corner?
Well, they certainly take the penalty, judging by Al-Assad's reaction. A deliberate drop of the ball.
6 blue, 6 blue.
Interesting, they're going for the 3 points. They're not too concerned about getting the bonus point. They are going to be leaving their quarter-final opponents in the lap of the Irish and Argentines.
feel that the game is won to many of the French supporters as Betson leaves and Nyanga comes on, but things can change quickly in rugby with 7-pointers. Brian O'Driscoll and the like in the Irish side, and that's the reason for the decision here from France to try and add 3 more, which they can't. But Redden, and Sarzeski all over him, but Redden gets the ball away.
Well, now that kick's missed, it looks like a wrong decision there, because France surely would love to give themselves maximum opportunity of topping this group. You know, it's going to be Italy or Scotland in Paris if they're runners-up. If this Irish team, who are struggling, lose to Argentina, it's New Zealand in Cardiff. At 20 points to 3, surely now's the time for France to gamble and go for it.
Yeah. Now it doesn't look like the right decision when it's missed that kick. But this, the decision of referee Chris White, could have a major bearing on the final quarter.
Off you go, in the side.
Paul O'Connell into the sin bin. Ireland to play the next 10 minutes with 14 men. It's been difficult enough for the last 10 with 15.
Well, that surely means France must go to the corner now. Paul O'Connell, he takes out the man supporting Bonaire, the lifter, and that's deemed dangerous play. There you go. That's why that's given. And this time France, with Paul O'Connell off, have decided let's go for the try. They've got 17 minutes, 10 of them with 1 extra man. If they get 1 more try, this crowd goes crazy, 60,000 of them do, and they have a chance to really put the heat on Argentina next week. That has to be their view now.
And you're so right, in any competition since bonus points have been introduced, it's the sides that see the bigger picture that go on and lift the trophy and use the bonus point to its full. Got to win the ball first, though.
Zarzeski and his forwards will be disappointed there. Great attacking position, but the last scrum we saw, the French 8 really put the Irish 8 under pressure. Now there's no Paul O'Connell. Our Ireland, yes, we're seeing Horgan joining on the flank.
Crouch.
No one at full-back.
Pause, engage, okay.
Shove them off the ball, a chip by Michalak, and they're in business.
Okay, that's okay, that's okay. Hands away! Wait.
Redden might take this one on himself, he does. Quattrino. Heymans. You can hear the sound on the other side of the ground. We're a long way from that kick. But he doesn't half clatter it. And talking of clattering, in goes Vincent Clerc on Andrew Trimble.
Signs that now Ireland are going to have to chance their arm and run this ball.
O'Gara, they are chancing their arm, but Elisard had read it beautifully. Heymans, such a powerful player. He's a real 4x4 of a winger.
Go green, back foot, don't go in there.
Sweet switch from the Toulouse 2.
Michalak, he's gone for another kick. He's gone for Vincent Clerc again, and Trimble, so grateful to see that ball go out. Ireland then in all kinds of trouble here as France not only going for a win, trying to conjure up a bonus point.
It's the Toulouse back 5 are just starting to make things happen, aren't they? Elisard and Michalak, Heymans, Clerc, they're asking questions, and with Ireland chipping away, it's opening the game for them.
Oh, what's happened there? Referee's blowing the whistle.
So I didn't see that. Do it again, I'm not having that. Play, no, we play again.
Yes, thank you.
Well, France are claiming why not. It's dropped by the hooker.
Stay there.
Not
Stay
straight,
there.
advantage. It's a moment's indecision from Chris White.
The referee didn't see it. That was the major issue.
Of course, a let-off for Ireland.
O'Driscoll, as ever, looking to inspire, but
let's shake.
His side know here that there is so much to do. They need to look to their captain, they need to look to everybody.
Let's shake.
and look deep down inside themselves.
Slow ball to be running though, and if you try and force this, you try and force it, you knock the ball on your 22 under the post, and you're still a man down in the scrum. Chabal looks on. France have all the aces at the moment.
See, Darcy didn't get away there. O'Driscoll had to go after that, and they were being collared.
But they're just, Ireland aren't able to get on the front foot. I mean, they've struggled most of the night with O'Connell off now. They're trying to force the game. You can't beat France, South Africa, New Zealand, Australia playing lateral rugby on the back foot. But you can't win a match 20 points to 3 down by kicking possession away. It is a nightmare scenario now for Ireland.
Such a different atmosphere to the one in this ground a fortnight ago when Argentina won the day. But maybe not the pool.
Let's go, boys, height! Puma!
The march is on now. March from France, retreat from Ireland.
Pause, engage!
Sniffer out, France.
Bonaire, Elisard, Clerc again. Oh, he's got the ball! Has he got it down? If he has, it really is game over.
Is it a try? Yes or no, please?
And in a city made for passion, France are rediscovering theirs.
Well, it's all Toulouse, isn't it? Michelak's chip for Clerc, first time. This time it's Elisard. What strength from Clerc. He really has bulked up, and he has got that down. France on Clerc. Why did France leave him out against Argentina? Does his foot go into touch? No, it does not. Clear as you like. Another try for the ace Toulouse wing.
3 against Namibia, 2 more tonight.
Does he go top? 5 tries in the tournament?
He does. But that will be far from his thoughts. And you can see there the reaction of the players on the French bench. Just starting to think about what might be possible bonus point-wise.
Cool, they got 11 minutes to go, and they've still got a few minutes with 1 extra man. These missed kicks don't matter. Elisard now really should be just drop kicking and come on, let's go for it. Challenge for France.
Forget the conversions.
This is sweet. Should Dempsey have taken it? Maybe. It's the extra strength and physique of Clerc, though, and the determination. It's 1 against 2, and the Toulouse win, he proves his coach so wrong in the selection from 2 Fridays ago. They kick long, and then they try and put the pressure on Ireland in their own half again.
Aymans this time gives it to Michelak, and they're really going for this. France are really going for this.
Not the right call though, was it? It really was never the right call.
But in Nyanga they have a man who can really cover the ground, and you can see exactly what they're trying to do, and this time it doesn't work. Ireland get the free kick.
Ireland needs something for morale here, you know.
They go there, let's say!
Trying to combine again. But they remain shackled all night. Oh! Chance to hack on maybe for Nale.
He's got it.
Advantage knocked on by Blue.
In the end he knocked it on.
Well, Ireland are walking back, aren't they? Nobody on the open side.
O'Gara.
I say!
They're out on their feet, Miles.
Advantage over.
It's not looking good for Ireland, this. But O'Callaghan is still in there fighting.
Lashy!
Redden, Horgan, Michalak would have been away there. Horgan couldn't risk that one.
Blitzed out the line, that's good defence from Michalak. Ireland made the right decision keeping the ball.
Lashy!
And Flannery keeps on to that one before getting it back to Redden. It's a gathering France here.
He's on his feet, that's why he's fallen over. He's on his feet,
moving in the right direction
no
now.
release.
Try into the 22, that is what Elissalde is saying to his big-booted inside centre.
We got a touch.
He's boomed them downfield.
15
Much in the way Latham and Percy Montgomery did for the Southern Hemisphere of big guns last weekend. Tries delivering the same.
So France get a win here, they go to 10 points in the pool, and again, we're going to make a presumption here. Let's presume they get a bonus point in their final match. They'd finish the group on 15. Argentina, we think by tomorrow night, they'll be on 14. And Ireland will feel a long way behind, having to beat Argentina, stop them getting anything out of the match, score 4 tries to get themselves on 14, and that would mean France topping the pool and avoiding you-know-who.
But Argentina and France finish on the same points, of course. Argentina beat France, so on those rules, it's Argentina. That's why these next 8 minutes are compelling viewing.
Yes, that if Argentina can get something out of their match against Ireland. But that is next week, this is now, and it's all France. Rougeries on.
Holding.
O'Kelly and Neil Best on for Ireland.
No, don't go in.
Michalak, there is Rougerie, the captain of Clermont Auvergne.
Let it come.
Zarzewski.
Hands away, Green, let's a ruck.
The green wave looks thin, doesn't it?
It's a ruck.
Michalak trying all the tricks now. Nyanga.
Avon.
It's gone forward.
Avon.
Michalak will be disappointed. Ireland will be very relieved as Paul O'Connell comes back. Roundly booed.
13 and 9.
But now 7 minutes to go.
Hang on, wait.
You know, France are doing their bit now, I sense, for Argentina, because Ireland are looking pretty battered. And I know there's 9 days till the next match, but morale-wise, Ireland have had 2 really poor warm-up games in the World Cup, and we thought, OK, they're warm-up. They weren't up for the Namibian game. They were lucky to beat Georgia. And come the end of this match now, they're being overpowered by France, who really have got their number. And Argentina will be able to target that game, presuming they get their bonus point, as a one-off, as a final. Ireland look underdogs at the moment.
Marty's off, Josian is on, and Boxis. Young Boxis, a replacement Lionel Boxis, on for France too. Talent on this bench.
Come closer.
And they're the ultimate example.
Correct.
He's been unhappy of late.
Pause, engage.
1 or 2 personal issues as well, which
Stay on, no, stay on, liaison,
French
liaison.
camp wanted to point out this week. Oh, nearly for France, but taken away by Ireland. Another sniff for Vincent Clerc. Wallace.
No other way Ireland can play. They've got to put width on it now.
Just not getting anywhere in midfield.
No advantage, lost forward.
There's nothing happening in that area for Ireland, Stuart.
No, there's not, but the front 5 now are not on the front foot, and Leamy, I don't think, has made one surging run. Dave Wallace, such a good carrier, not able to do that, and that means the halfbacks aren't on the front foot, and you've seen O'Driscoll in particular statically taking ball, just trying to step his way into space. You have to be moving on to the ball. France in control because they are on the front foot. They've won that battle.
There's a hand in there. There's a hand in there.
Oh, that's poor from France. No need to handle in that scrum.
See the impact of the fresh players for France here. Dickens Heymans. Well, he's given that to his own man who was offside. Oh, and then France clearly preventing Ireland from playing that one quickly.
Not 10.
Horgan, and then France not 10 metres, so gone right up to the 22
Number
now.
12, I got it.
With advantage being played. And no advantage. And this should mean a yellow card.
12.
Yeah.
It does.
Quite right. Quite right there.
Decent.
But Ireland now 22 points behind. They need 15 points before they get in bonus point territory. It's quickest route to the try line, it's into the corner.
Well, we've almost stopped thinking about the possibility of an Irish bonus point.
It's been a comprehensive second half, hasn't it? As here we can see Damien try, the second transgressor, and its number of offences. No try. Do Ireland do something different here? Do they try and go against the powerful French pack, or do they just try something a little bit original with their backs?
Simon Best now on, but he leaves it. Bit of something at the end for Ireland to hang their hat on. Somebody's got to do something. It's David Wallace. Valerie trying to get in there, but can't. Feels like it needs to come out now as France try and pull through.
That's on. That's on, Vu.
Redden. Heyman's coming in. Dempsey's going to get it though. Gervin Dempsey to Brian O'Driscoll.
Lush.
See there the strength of O'Driscoll. He held off the man and never looked like losing the ball.
Turned over, and now France have the Lords.
Knock on by Blue. He saw it.
Chris White thought initially it was fair enough. Dave Pearson saw a blue hand there. Josie on, 21.
Dave Pearson was right. So not enough time, you feel now, for France to get that bonus point, but they will be avoiding the headlines that they would have been dreading being written in the morning.
I mean, it was unthinkable, France being the first host nation in Rugby World Cup history not to make it out of the pool stages. They're out of that now. Now they've got to try and go one better than Wales and not be the second to go out at quarter-final.
It's an all bar 1 year of the Rugby World Cup. The host has made the final.
That's on. I
tell you what, Mars, next week at the Parc des Princes on Sunday, when Ireland play Argentina, every French neutral will be turning up in a green shirt. Every single one of them.
We've had no problems in the game so far. We've had no problems. Come closer and nobody gets clear.
Imagine what those headlines would have been. The World Cup's biggest bottlers. Maybe the host that failed to reach halfway in their own tournament.
It's free kick.
It's not going to happen now.
Wait.
Trimble tried to keep the ball alive, but the flag is up. And one last opportunity maybe for France to put the pressure on Ireland and get something to send the crowd home in a totally different mood from the Stade de France this time.
Well, as we come into the last minute, it looks as if, well, we know France now are going to qualify. It looks on this form as if they will face New Zealand, because Ireland look a tired team. They don't look in peak condition. Argentina would be favourites. Without the bonus point, Ireland severe underdogs, but at least if France face New Zealand, they're showing a lot of strength, a lot of spirit and some self-belief. They're going to need it. As for Ireland, they are going to need something exceptional next week, because this, I'm afraid, is a bedraggled Irish team, and one has to say Eddie O'Sullivan, who has just secured a 4-year contract, will probably be feeling quite pleased that he's done that, because he has not led this team well. As for Laporte, he thinks one more game, then if it's New Zealand, so be it. We are on the way again. France are moving.
And of the premiers, it will be Nicolas Sarkozy, not Bertie Ahern, who will leave the happier man of the two, and also Bernard Laporte will be happy that his job with Sarkozy post-World Cup is still on the table. He'll be joining the French government as sports minister, Bernard Laporte.
Side there, he's in front.
And that is it. And suddenly, the nightmare against Argentina, Laporte's nightmare. It seems like it never happened for France. And they are starting to think big again. Their nation is back on side, we can positively say that now. And for Ireland, it was never going to be an easy task in this pool. Now it is life on the edge, as the Argentina clash assumes game of career proportions for this Ireland rugby squad. They have to beat Argentina, and they will probably have to get 4 tries as well. They have to give Argentina a total beating. That is Ireland's task. France can move on with purpose.
Thank you, Miles. Thanks to Stuart Barnes as well. The Paris hoodoo continues for Ireland, who are clinging mathematically to their places in this tournament and now need a huge performance against Argentina. We have plenty to come, by the way. Do not leave us. We'll be hearing from those players a huge sigh of relief from the French. Thomas Castanet and Paul Wallace, Francois Pinard, they will all be joining us. Martin Johnson on England's fight for survival. We have a competition as well. Les Bleus are still in this competition.